Hi students, let us continue our lesson, the rise of kingdoms and republics. In our last live session, we already started the introduction of Janapadas and Mahajanapadas. Let us continue our topic, monarchies and republics. What is monarchy and what is known as the republic? In some Mahajanapadas, we studied Mahajanapadas means a few or more than one or two Janapadas are joined together. It is form a bigger region that is known as Mahajanapadas. Some of the Mahajanapadas, monarchical form of government, it was existed there, and some other Janapadas, Mahajanapadas followed republican form of government. You know what is a republican form of government? A republic is a form of government in which there is no hereditary king and the power is held by the representatives elected by the people. That means at present we know that in our country we are following like that way, doing election and all. It's old way or that system it was followed during that time. The Lichavis and the Shakyas, they were among the important republics during that time. Actually, they were elected their head of the region, or the king was elected, not hereditary. Or hereditary means the father giving to his son, like that way it was not followed. And the monarchies on the other hand, monarchy means they were ruled by kings. Kingship was hereditary and usually the ruler appointed his successor during his lifetime. That was monarchy. So remember students, the difference between republic and monarchy. Want to remember, republic means there is no hereditary king. The head of the country or the king was elected by the people. But monarchy means the kingship it become hereditary. That means after the death of the father, his son will be continuing as the next ruler or king. That is known as hereditary. Okay. Most of the Mahajanapadas had a capital city. Capital it was there. Which many of them were fortified, means protected by building forts, and this means that huge walls of wood, brick and stone were built around them for protecting. So for what purpose they built this fort? The main reasons are protect themselves from attacks by other kings, protecting their region or capital city, show their power and wealth too in front of other rulers, and control the land and the people living inside the fortified areas. So these were the main reason behind why they built forts. The rulers of the Mahajanapadas maintained huge armies they had and paid regular salaries to the soldiers. As these rulers built huge forts and maintained big army. So maintaining big army, they collected taxes from the people. Which are the taxes? Baga, the first tax. It was a tax on crops. We know their main occupation was agriculture. Based on the crop, they collected tax. It was actually 1/6 of the produce. Taxes on crafts people, means other occupation it was craft. That for example an ironsmith or a weaver had to work for a day every month for the king. Their work, their laborship want to give per month 1 day it was giving to the king. That was the tax want to given by the craft persons. Taxes to be paid by herders in the form of animals and animal produce, means domestic animals, domesticated animals were there, that people also want to give taxes, and taxes on goods bought and sold through trade. Traders also want to give taxes, and hunters and gatherers had to give forest produce as tax to the rulers. Whatever they hunted or collected or gathered from the forest, it's a part of that one also want to give to the king. Most of these Mahajanapadas that were situated north of the Vindhya and Satpura. Vindhya, Satpura, sometimes you hear the mountain region. So most of the Mahajanapadas it was situated north of the Vindhyas. Among that the most powerful were Valsa, Avanti, Kosala and Magadha. One by one we will study Valsa, Avanti, Kosala and Magadha. Remember the names of the four important powerful this Mahajanapadas. We studied totally 16 Mahajanapadas were there. It was told by the epics related as the Vedas and all. But among that we want to study only 4: Kosala, Valsa, Avanti and Magadha. Just remember the names. And one thing also remember students, in your textbook, in a box it is given the difference between a republic and a monarchy. Already we studied that anyway. You can easily understand that from the table itself. Republic means the kingship was not hereditary, but in the monarchy kingship was hereditary. Under the republic, every tribal chief claimed revenue from the peasants, but in the monarchy, king was the sole recipient of the revenue. And under the republic, the government functioned through assemblies, but in the monarchy, the assemblies did not exist in the monarchies. It was not there. So like that way, read the difference between the republic and monarchy also. Okay. After watching the video, please read the textbook carefully. Okay. Thank you.